Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Bataleon Fun.kink. This board features Batalion's medium traditional camber, so it's traditional camber from contact point to contact point. Basically, if you know what traditional camber is, you're good. If you don't, I don't even know why you're here. But what it also features is Batalion's medium 3BT technology as well as sidekick technology. So the medium 3BT gives a broader midsection that's flat, so you just get a little more stability while still getting that 3BT that raises that contact point up. And then the sidekick kind of just scoops out the nose and the tail, just making the board a little more buttery. So 3BT is going to elevate that contact point, so it's just going to change that transitional roll from edge to edge, as well as give a little more optimal powder float. This board is available in 149, 151, 154, 157, 159 wide, 162 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a sunny bluebird day that had low to moderate to even high winds at times. There was hot pow off the runs, perfect groomers, icy groomers, chop, chunder. I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. Nothing mind-blowing here with the flex. It's your standard run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-road, all-mountain freestyle flex. You get a little more play in the tip and the tail, and then it stiffens up through the middle of it. What you need to note is between the insert and the up kick of the tip, there's a flex point in the nose and the tail. It's there for when you're pressing, buttering, playing around. For the most part, this board is stable in the park. It's stable when you're just cruising the mountain. When you really push it into uneven terrain, you do get bucked around a little bit, so just bend your knees and you'll be fine. The camber profile is relatively easy to engage, and with having a broader flat section in that 3BT, you just got more area to spring off the tail when you do load it up. So load it up, pop, and you're going to launch that side hit, that roller, whatever you're hitting, and not have to worry about it. This is a board that really does like to get up in the air, and when it comes to jumps, small, medium, large, it's fine. If you want to be laid back, let the lip throw you, it's going to work. But if you load it up and pop off the lip, you're going to go higher, you're going to go a little bit further. It's one of those boards that if you push it, it will go with you. It's not going to hold you back. But if you want to be laid back, it's not going to kill you. So when it comes to buttering with this board, you got 3BT and sidekick. That scoops out the nose and the tail. That's just going to help you not catch your edges. So if you're one of those guys that really butters out at the contact point, don't worry about it. You're going to be able to just use that to your advantage. It's a deck that you can swizzle and sizzle with ease on. It does have a little bit of fight, but there's that flex point between the insert pack and the up kick that you're going to notice. It locks in right there. So when you're getting sideways on the tail or the nose, swiveling around, you're fine. Now when it comes to jibbing, like I said, you got those flex points for nose and tail presses. You're going to want to muscle it just a little bit because you're going to get a little spring out of this. So if you're one of those guys that's a little more laid back and doesn't understand how to hold a press, it's probably going to slap down on you. But if you do know how to hold it, you're going to hold it to the end of the feature, it's going to engage, and you're going to spring out of it no problem at all. When you go sideways, that camber profile cradles around the feature, it feels locked in and secure. You never really have to worry about it. It doesn't clap out, but it's not so domineering that you're like, oh my God, I've got to just manhandle this board to get a board slide out of it. It works well. So here's the thing about boards that have 3BT in them. You lose that bite at the contact point. Now, it does make it ride a little bit looser, but it also does change that edge-to-edge transmission and engagement. Now, when it's done right, it's an absolute blast to ride on. But when they put either too much or too little camber, they change around the shaping of the 3BT, they add in that side kick, the flex pattern, and it's not right, it's awful. This is not one of those boards. This board is absolutely phenomenal. It transitions smoothly from toe to heel. You never have to worry about it. The one thing that I do want you to know is you lose that bite at the contact point. It brings it back more underfoot, so you're steering just outside your feet. And that might be a little weird for some people that ride traditional camber, but for anyone that's ridden like Camrock or anything, they're going to pretty much understand how that rides. Now, the big thing to note is this is a board that you got to pick and choose your battles when you're going to lay it over into a very hard carve, because the tail will kick out on you. You'll just lose that grip. It just folds and you're just like, what the fuck? But if you understand that, you can carve with it. It will hold an edge relative to the type of snow you're in. I mean, I didn't really ride it in straight sheet ice, but you know, the snow was hero snow. I could set it. I didn't have to worry about it. So you got to kind of take all of that into some consideration when you're looking at it. Can it carve? Yes. Is it the best carving board? No. Will it get the job done? Yes. Who's this board for? The all-mountain freestyle rider that does a little bit of everything. So I had a blast on this board when I got on it. I didn't actually get off of it. I had another board that I was going to ride later in the day, and I just said, screw it. I'm just going to keep riding this board. It turned the whole mountain into a skate park. It has good pop. The edge-to-edge power transmission was there when I needed it. The snow conditions were right. Do I think that it might have some issues on ice? Yeah, a little, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. And, well, I'm not going to come to it because I'm not riding this thing again. Not to say it's a bad board or anything. I just know I'm not going to ride it again because I got like a billion other boards to ride. I love this board. It's an underhyped gem. You know, just I always forget how good this board truthfully is as a directional twin. It did everything I wanted it to do and so much more. It just rode smooth and consistent. Yeah, it wasn't the best carver out there, but I wouldn't expect it to be. But for what it was, I could make do with what it was giving me. Comparable boards: the Jones Mountain Twin, the Capita Indoor Survival, the Rome Agent. Binding recommendations: the Bataleon Astro, the Ride C8, the Union Strata. This has been my review of the Bataleon Fun.kink. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.